and welcome to another episode of the American Drum Timpani Overhaul series. This episode was originally going to be part of the bass casting modifications video, but it's getting too long, so we'll split it up. We start here with some 1018 cold rolled steel blanks that were cut with a portaband or a portable bandsaw, and they're being face cut to clean up the ends prior to more lathe work. Blanks are 1 1/4 inch in diameter. Carbide tooling makes pretty easy work of cutting the face to be square. They come out to roughly 2 inches in diameter, all to within a 1/16 over 8 pieces. These don't need to be perfect, but it does make easier work later machining farther features. Clean up the sharp edges with the file. And then hit it with some green Scotch-Brite just to polish it up a little bit. That'll make farther work easier. Now that one side is done, I'll flip them around in the lathe chuck, face the other side so it looks similar, followed by some drilling. Here they are, all done, all 8.
Good. You say hi? Who's that? He thinks there's somebody outside.
Next, a center drill is used to start a hole on center, followed by a series of larger drill bits until either a 3/8 inch hole is through or the minor diameter of a 5/8 11 thread is achieved. Using this old lathe, which is from 1942, and these bits and the motor and the power and everything combined makes drilling these holes rather time consuming. On newer, heavier dutier machines, all this might be done 8 times as quick. Temperature reading here is 143 on the bit and 138 on the part. Here we're using the final drill to get the right diameter for a 5/8 inch thread. And here I'm using a threading tool, an internal threading bar, to cut threads all the way down through the blank. This makes it easier to run a hand tap through to finish up to size. By using a hand tap, it just makes it go quicker. If I was really worried about precision work, I'd stick to the lathe. But I actually want this to be a looser fit, so this is just easy. Here we're checking with a 5/8 inch bolt to make sure it threads through nice and loose. Not so loose that it would rattle, but loose enough that it will go through freely. Next up on the mill, we're taking a 3/4 inch end mill and cutting a concave area out of the side. This will mate up to the steel casting a little bit better. Ideally I would use a 1 inch end mill, but since I don't have one, I used what's called a boring head, which you can set to a precise diameter to cut, and I set it to 1 inch. I feed it down. You'll see on the lower right hand part of your screen the digital readout, or DRO as I call it, the DRO. It tells you where you are in the cut. Now I did this with one camera, so this isn't the exact same reading for this same part, but they all came out to an inch cut, inch deep, which allows it to sit onto the casting much better for welding. Here you can see the finish. We have the thread in the center and then that 1 inch cut. I put that 1 inch cut on all the pieces. It fits here on just a piece of scrap aluminum that's 1 inch, nice and tight. Here's the piece that would get a bolt for a caster. Here I am cleaning up all the sharp edges with a carbide burr. What do you think of this style of video making? I realize a lot of my audience may not understand machine shop talk, so I'll try to break down any basics that I can. Leave a comment with your questions. I'll be happy to answer them either in the comments or in the next video. We'll get these welded up in the next episode, so subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support this channel and project, please consider checking out my DK Percussion Amazon wish list. Link in the description.